All right, figured I'd throw a video on here going over some of the benefits of the Power Bucket. Anyone that's followed the channel, watched my previous videos, I used to have a Steiner 430 Max, and I had a 48-inch slip scoop, you know, same width as the Power Bucket, and I moved a lot of material, really big heavy rocks, wood, gravel, sand, dirt, lots of material I used with that. Never had any issues with it, but when I sold the tractor, I wanted the Power Bucket. So anyone that's in the market, if you have a Ventrac or a Steiner, primarily if you have the Ventrac, I think you'd be better off if you find a used attachment to go with the Power Bucket or the Ventrac bucket. And I'm going to tell you a couple of the small differences on why. First off, one thing that I do like about the Power Bucket is everything's already pre-drilled. So if you want the Sapphire teeth, everything's pre-drilled in here for the grapple, bucket extension, anything on this, all you have to do is bolt it on, so I do like that. Every point, pivot point on this bucket on the sides are all greasable, and I really like how Ventrac has their hoses tied up here on the frame rail. That was the only complaint I had with my Steiner Slip Scoop was, I guess the earlier ones had metal clamps that held the hoses on, but mine was a newer one that had plastic ones, so the plastic clamps would break off. I wasn't crazy on that. That was the only real issue I had with that. Now the main reason I went with the Power Bucket was because I want to grapple. I didn't get the grapple yet, because when you get the grapple, you have to have the auxiliary hydraulic set here. You have to have that put on, and with buying the tractor and all the attachments, I'd spent so much money that I figured, you know, you got to stop somewhere, so I figured I'll, down the road, get the grapple, but for right now, at least I got the bucket. I wasn't even going to buy the bucket right away, but I changed my mind and figured that I use it so much, I didn't want to wait till next year, so I went ahead and purchased it. Now, my slip scoop compared to this, besides, you know, being able to use the grapple and everything with it, the buckets on the Ventrac hold more material. So my dad's got the Ventrac version of the slip scoop before they changed it to the Power Bucket with these different configurations on here. But with his 430, he could never lift a full bucket of material. And he always used to tell me, well, how come you can always lift a full bucket and my tractor can't? It's because the cubic feet capacity on a Ventrac bucket is more than a Steiner. Now, the Steiner slip scoop that I had weighed 170 pounds. The Power Bucket, I believe, weighs 190. So there's a little more weight to it, and there's a little size difference. The slip scoop for Steiner holds 3.5 cubic feet of material, where the Power Bucket here can hold 6 cubic feet of material. So you're almost double the material that you can haul in a Power Bucket or a Ventrac bucket than the Steiner. The also nice thing with the Ventrac Power Bucket is, like I said, if you get the bucket extensions that come on here, you can put 10.5 cubic feet of material on there. So if you're using it for mulch, or if you have a tree service and you're moving wood chips, you know, you wouldn't want to haul 10.5 cubic feet of dirt, because I don't think you're gonna be able to lift it. But Ventrac thought, you know, through, and they have that option as well. They put these on here, so if you have the grapple, you guys can see that sort of like a serrated edge, and that's so you can, like, maybe, you know, you're picking up brush or logs for that. Like I said, I haven't really got to use this bucket a whole lot lately. I just got it out, put it on the tractor here, and I've been playing with it for the last week. I moved some barrels with it, and I moved quite a few large heavy rocks with it, and this thing lifts it no problem. It had no problem moving the giant rocks either. So far, I'm really happy with the Ventrac. Glad that I, you know, made the purchase of it. So, like I said, I just wanted to go over a few of the differences between the slip scoop and the Power Bucket. If you guys are looking for one in the used market, you know, maybe you'll want to look at getting the Power Bucket, or just, you know, buying a new one. Sometimes the prices of new really are not that far off with some of the used stuff today. So, comment below if you guys want to see some other videos. I know someone did comment they want to see if I can dig a hole with this. The weather hasn't cooperated too much. I'm going to try to, you know, test that out, maybe do a video for him. If you guys have any other videos you'd like to see or anything, like I said, feel free to comment, and I try to answer all the comments. As always, thanks for watching.